Hello everyone, a warm welcome to all of you in the today's session on EduTap, in which we are going to cover the top 50 MCQs from the month of May 2023, and this is the part 1 for the month of May 2023. And guys, in this session we are going to cover and revise everything that we have covered in the past 1 week from our fast track sessions, and we will be revising it while solving the MCQs. Okay, and these MCQs are relevant for the RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A as well as the SEBI Grade A exam. TKT. So before starting this session, there is an announcement for all of you that we at EduTap are offering you the comprehensive guidebook to all the aspirants of RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A as well as the SEBI Grade A exam. Now you must be thinking that what exactly these guidebooks are. See guys, as an aspirant, a lot of questions must be popping up in your mind that what exactly the detailed syllabus of the exam is, what is the eligibility criteria. So every question regarding to the body in which you are targeting to enter into, and also about the preparation of the exam and about the other important details of the exam, all the things have been covered very comprehensively and in a very beautiful manner in these guidebooks. So guys, what are you waiting for? Kindly download these guidebooks from the link given in the description of this particular session. So now let's get back to the session guys, in which we are going to cover the top 50 MCQs. And in the session guys, you are required to tell me after the end of the session that what exactly your score was out of 50, because having a score and analyzing it is really very important from the exam point of view to understand what exactly your weaknesses and what exactly your strengths are, so that you can convert your weaknesses into your strengths. Okay, so guys, this is going to be a rapid fire session, so you have to be very quick in answering the questions in the comment section. Let's start the session with the very first question here on the screen. So the question is once again on a very important line. The very first question, that is on the India's first cable stayed bridge which has been recently constructed, and the question is कि कौन सी रिवर के ऊपर इस ब्रिज को कंस्ट्रक्ट किया गया है. So options हैं चेनाब, रवि, सतलज, अंजी एंड बीस. And here guys, the right answer is option D, that is अंजी. So guys, अगर हम बात करते हैं इस प्रोजेक्ट की, it cost rupees 400 crore and this particular bridge crosses the Anji river, which is a tributary of the river Chenab. So guys, here the right answer is option D, that is Anji. So guys, these are the kind of questions which are being asked in the exam, and this is once again a very important question. Why? Because these two words makes it a really very important thing, that is India's first cable stayed bridge. Now let's move on to the next question. So guys, next question is Reddington and which one of the following have partnered to offer solar loans of up to rupees 5 crore. तो guys, solar loans 5 करोड़ तक का देने के लिए रेडिंगटन ने इनमें से एक बैंक के साथ यहाँ पर पार्टनरशिप की है. And we always say that wherever there is a partnership, you are required to cover two important things. First one is name of the parties which are involved in that partnership, and the next important thing is what is exactly the aim. तो aim यहाँ से काफी clear है, that is to offer solar loans and the amount of which will be up to rupees 5 crores. And here guys, the name of that particular bank is basically option C, that is State Bank of India, जिसके साथ ही MOU साइन किया गया है. Now the next question. So guys, here you are required to tell me the name of the organization which is going to launch a payment reconciliation service for the network participants like buyers, sellers, logistic partners. तो यहाँ पर आपको मुझे बताना है इस organization का नाम which is going to launch this kind of payment reconciliation service for all these network participants, whether it is Meta India, Indian Bank, South Indian Bank, NPCI or Razorpay. That is what you are required to tell me in the comment section. So here guys, let me tell you the right answer, which is option E, that is Razorpay, and which is a very direct question guys. These are the kind of questions which do not require any kind of discussion, and that is why I'm just telling you the right answer to the question. Now the next question. So here guys, a question is from the 68th Hyundai Filmfare Awards, and the question is you are required to tell me the name of the person who has won the Lifetime Achievement Award. तो Lifetime Achievement Award किस पर्सन को दिया गया है, कौन सी पर्सनालिटी को दिया गया है in the 60th Hyundai Filmfare Awards. And here you can easily recognize the picture of Shri Prem Chopra ji, and the right answer is option C, that is Prem Chopra. And here guys, you can see the important other awardees which have won the award in this particular award ceremony. For example, let me tell you R.D. Burman Award for Upcoming Music Talent, which has been given to Janvi Srimankar. So here guys, the other important awards are also given, like Best Film Critics was given to the Badhai Do, and some other things are already been mentioned here that you can go through on your own. Now let's move on to the next question. So here guys, you are required to tell me the name of the organization जिसको recently ग्लोबल गोल्ड अवार्ड दिया गया है. एंड गाइस दिस पर्टिकुलर अवार्ड वाज बीइंग प्रेजेंटेड बाय द ग्रीन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सी गाइस वेरी इजी. इन दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस यू आर जस्ट रिक्वायर्ड टू आइडेंटिफाई द नेम कि एक अवार्ड किसको दिया गया है. ठीक है, तो यही एग्जाम में क्वेश्चंस आते हैं कि ये अवार्ड जो दिया गया है ये किससे मिला था, ठीक है, और किस लिए दिया गया था. सो दीज आर द काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स दैट यू मस्ट कवर फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. सो कमिंग टू द आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन, it is Power Grid Corporation of India, which has been awarded for its recognition of work for improving the agriculture productivity and rural livelihood. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question. And the next question is, Margarita Della Valle has been appointed as the first permanent female CEO. And here you are required to tell me the company जिसके ये CEO appoint हुए हैं. See guys, this is the question from the important appointments which has been taken place recently. And here one person has been appointed as a CEO and you should remember the name of the company as well कि किसको कौन सी कंपनी के ये CEO बने हैं. And the important thing is that she is the first female permanent CEO of this particular company. And here guys the right answer is Vodafone PLC. That is the right answer. Now the next question. So here you are required to tell me the name of the country with which India has recently begun the 7th edition of Ajay Warrior 2023. So guys, whenever there is a defense exercise, always remember that you are required to identify, first of all you are required to remember the name of the countries which are the participating countries in that particular exercise. The name of that exercise is also required to be remembered from the exam point of view. And here guys, let me tell you that this is an exercise between India and UK, and the option is, right answer is option D, that is United Kingdom. Next question. RBI data के अनुसार scheduled commercial banks have reported a robust credit growth of dash in fiscal year 2023. So guys, earlier in fiscal 2022 it was 9.7%, and you are required to tell me that what exactly is the present credit growth as per the RBI data which was released recently. तो 9.7% से बढ़कर कितना परसेंट हुआ है, that is what you are required to tell me here in the comment section. And here guys the right answer is option E, that is 15.4%. Now the next question. Grain commerce platform Arya.ag has announced a strategic partnership. See guys, once again there is a question on partnership. तो Arya.ag ने announce किया है and you are required to tell me कि किसके साथ ये partnership की गई है, जो कि एम है इसका टू ड्राइव फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन फॉर द फार्मर्स एंड द फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस एंड ऑफर लोन्स अंडर द वेयर हाउस रिसीव्ड फाइनेंस. तो उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का नाम बताना है जिसके साथ Arya.ag ने इस पार्टनरशिप को यहाँ पर किया है. एंड हियर गाइस द नेम ऑफ दैट एंटिटी इज शिवालिक स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक विद विच दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप हैज बीन डन बाय Arya.ag. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो हियर यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ द कंट्री जिसने सबसे ज्यादा पैसा लिया है एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक से इन द टर्म्स ऑफ लोन्स इन एशिया. दैट इज एडीबी से सबसे ज्यादा पैसा रिसीव करने वाली वो कौन सी कंट्री है? द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए, दैट इज पाकिस्तान. सो पाकिस्तान इज अ कंट्री विच हैज रिसीव्ड द लोन्स ऑफ 5.58 बिलियन यूएस डॉलर्स एंड दैट इज द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन. एंड यहां पर मैं आपको एक और चीज बता दूं कि जैसे एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक इज देयर इन द न्यूज, तो उसका हेडक्वार्टर कहां पर है, उसके प्रेजेंट प्रेसिडेंट कौन है, ये भी इंफॉर्मेशन आपको एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से पता होनी चाहिए. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर गाइस. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो हियर वंस अगेन you are required to tell me the question is on the appointment, and recently Devadatta Chand has been appointed as the MD and CEO, but of which bank he has been appointed as MD and CEO? That is what you are required to tell me in the comment section. So please tell me quickly what is the right answer to this question, the name of the bank to which Devadatta Chand has been appointed as MD and CEO. And here guys it is Bank of Baroda जिसके वो recently MD and CEO बने हैं. I hope this is clear. Now let's move on to the next question. So here guys you are required to tell me the name of the institute जिसने कि recently develop किया है a two component system to halt internal bleeding. तो internal bleeding को रोकने के लिए एक two component system recently एक institute ने यहाँ पर develop किया है, and the name of that institute is MIT is the right answer. Next question. So Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare और उसके साथ साथ वो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जिसके साथ मिलकर इन दोनों ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ने पहला अब तक का मिलेट एक्सपीरियंस सेंटर यहां पर लॉन्च किया है? सी गाइस, सी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द नेम ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस व्हिच आर इन्वॉल्वड इन दिस लॉन्च इज रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज इट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट फर्स्ट एवर मिलेट एक्सपीरियंस सेंटर। अब ये सेंटर जो कि रिसेंटली लॉन्च हुआ है, तो ये कौन सी लोकेशन पर हुआ है, दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट इज इन न्यू दिल्ली। सो गाइस, व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द राइट आंसर टू दिस, द नेम ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, it is National Agriculture Cooperative Marketing Federation of India, along with which Minister of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare has launched this MEC in New Delhi. Next question. So naval anti-drone system has been developed by DRDO with the support of Indian Navy. But यहाँ पर question ये है कि उसको manufacture किसने किया? See guys, one question can have different dimensions. For example, here first of all the name is very important, naval anti-drone system, जिसको develop किया गया है. अब किसने develop किया है? That is also very important, that is DRDO. ठीक है, एंड दिस हैज बीन डेवलप्ड विद द सपोर्ट ऑफ इंडियन नेवी. बट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की जब हम बात करते हैं तो मैन्युफैक्चर इसको किसने किया है, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन इज ऑल अबाउट, दैट इज भारत इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स लिमिटेड. सो दीज आर द काइंड ऑफ डिटेल्स दैट यू मस्ट रिमेंबर फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. और अगर आप ये सभी डिटेल्स के अक्रॉस अपनी रिविजन करते हैं और प्रिपरेशन करते हैं न्यूज आर्टिकल्स की, देन यू आर रियली गोइंग टू get a good amount of marks in the exam. Now the next question guys, the question is on the exercise that is INUSHOS, and in which Indian Air Force has recently participated, and you are required to tell me that इसमें से कौन सी कंट्री के साथ ये इंडियन एयरफोर्स ने पार्टिसिपेट किया है इस एक्सरसाइज के अंदर. तो यहाँ पर इस एक्सरसाइज का नाम भी काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड नेम ऑफ दैट कंट्री इज बेसिकली ऑप्शन ए, दैट इज ग्रीस. सो गाइस, दिस इज द राइट आंसर टू दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एंड नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज from the reports. And whenever we talk about the reports, we always tell you that you are required to cover them across 5 dimensions, and the very first dimension is very important, that is releasing body of the report. Similarly guys, अगर हम बात करते हैं इस रिपोर्ट की, तो रिपोर्ट का नाम है Bridging the Gender Digital Divide Challenges and an Urgent Call for Action for the Equitable Digital Skills Development. और आपके सामने क्वेश्चन ये है कि रिलीजिंग बॉडी का नाम क्या है जिसने इस रिपोर्ट को रिलीज किया है, एंड दैट इज ऑप्शन ई, दैट इज यूनिसेफ. सो यूनिसेफ इज द राइट आंसर. बट यहां पर आपको एक और इंपॉर्टेंट चीज याद रखनी चाहिए, दैट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द नेम, सॉरी व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द अदर की फाइंडिंग फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट, व्हिच स्टेट्स दैट 9 out of 10 adolescent girls and young women aged 15 to 24 in the low income countries have no access to internet, as compared to the 78% of boys and women, and that is another important finding from this particular report. Now let's move on to the next question. So guys, अगले क्वेश्चन यहाँ पर ये है, similarly let me tell you in a very simple words that this question is about the appointment of chairperson in LIC. तो LIC के अंदर यहाँ पर वो कौन सा पर्सन इनमें से जिसको रिसेंटली यहाँ पर चेयरपर्सन बनाया गया है LIC का, एंड हियर गाइस द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए, दैट इज सिद्धार्थ मोहांटी, जो कि रिप्लेस करने वाले हैं MR कुमार को, who has completed his term on 13th of March 2023, and this is once again a question from the important appointments which has taken recently. Now the next question. So PESB, that is Public Enterprise Selection Board, उन्होंने recommend किया है शांतनु रॉय को for the post of CMD, and you are required to identify the name of the company जिसके वो recently CMD appoint हुए हैं. The name of the person is Shantanu Roy. The company to which he has been appointed as the chairman and managing director, that is what you are required to tell me. So the name of that company is BEML Limited. Next question. So guys, here you are required to tell me the name of the company which has unveiled world's फर्स्ट रोबोटिक चेक इन असिस्टेंट सारा. सो गैस, यहां पर आप देख सकते हो कि वर्ल्ड की पहली रोबोटिक चेक इन असिस्टेंट है. द नेम ऑफ दैट असिस्टेंट इज सारा, और आपको बताना है कि वो कौन सी कंपनी है जिसने कि इसको लॉन्च किया है, एंड एब्सोल्युटली द राइट आंसर इज एमिरेट्स एयरलाइन. सो गैस, यहां पर नाम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, वर्ल्ड की पहली रोबोटिक चेक इन असिस्टेंट है, क्या नाम है, दैट इज सारा, और कौन सी कंपनी ने लॉन्च किया है, दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग दैट मस्ट बी रिमेंबर्ड फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो गैस, अगला क्वेश्चन वंस अगेन ऑन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट lines, that is the first Asian to complete the Golden Globe race. तो guys, Golden Globe race जो कि कंडक्ट की जाती है, तो वो पहले एशियन कौन से बने हैं जो कि रिसेंटली पहले एशियन बने हैं टू कंप्लीट गोल्डन ग्लोब रेस. सो हियर गाइस, व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द राइट आंसर, इट इज बेसिकली इंडियाज नेवल कमांडर, दैट इज अभिलाष टॉमी इज द राइट आंसर. सो गाइस, ही इज द रिटायर्ड नेवल कमांडर हु हैज रिसेंटली बिकम द फर्स्ट इंडियन टू कंप्लीट द लॉन्गेस्ट एंड्योरेंस सोलो रेस अराउंड द वर्ल्ड व्हिच कवर्स 30,000 miles in just about 236 days. Now the next question. So Union Finance Minister has launched a book, and you are required to tell me the name of the book which has been written by the Narayan Vagul, who is also known as the architect of modern banking in India. See guys, let me tell you from the books and authors, there are two important dimensions. That is, first of all, the name of the book must be remembered by you, and the second important thing is the author of the book. तो author का अगर हम बात करें तो यहाँ पर नाम ऑलरेडी दिया गया है, और recently उनके द्वारा लिखी गई वो कौन सी किताब है जिसको recently लॉन्च किया गया, that is what you are required to tell me, and the name of that book is option B, that is Reflections. Next question. So guys, the 12-day Pushkarlu festival of dash speaking people commenced इन वाराणसी उत्तर प्रदेश। ठीक है, यहाँ पर पूछे जा सकता है आपसे एक और सवाल कि रिसेंटली ये जो पुष्कारलू फेस्टिवल लॉन्च हुआ था, ये जो मनाया गया था, ये इसमें से कौन सी प्लेसेस पर बनाया गया था। द राइट आंसर विल बी वाराणसी उत्तर प्रदेश। बट यहाँ पर आपको ये बताना है कि कौन सी भाषा बोलने वाले लोग हैं जिन्होंने कि इसको स्टार्ट किया है पुष्कारलू फेस्टिवल को इन वाराणसी उत्तर प्रदेश, एंड द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज तेलुगु इज द राइट आंसर। नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सो हियर गाइस यू आर वंस अगेन रिक्वायर्ड टू आइडेंटिफाई द नेम ऑफ द कंपनी जिसने कि एमओयू साइन किया है विद द नेचर कंजर्वेंसी इंडिया सॉल्यूशंस प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। अब वंस अगेन गाइस देयर इज अ न्यूज ऑन एमओयू पार्टनरशिप। तो दूसरी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज क्या है जो आपको पता होनी चाहिए, दैट इज द एम, एंड द एम ऑफ दिस एमओयू इज for repurposing mined out lands for the renewable energy projects। तो renewable energy projects के लिए जो mined out lands है उनको यहाँ पर repurposely बनाना है। And here guys, when I talk about the name of the organization, it is NLC India Limited, with which this MOU has been signed by TNC India. Now the next question, Dr. M. Nand Kumar, who is a UK based dash scholar. See guys, once again he is just asking about the scholar and why this particular person is there in the news, because he has been conferred an honorary member of the Order of British Empire by King Charles, and that is why basically that particular person is in the news, and you are required to identify कि वो कौन सी यहाँ पर लैंग्वेज के स्कॉलर है और यहाँ पर वो क्यों न्यूज के अंदर है, बिकॉज ही हैज बीन कॉन्फर्ड विद द ऑर्डर ऑफ द ब्रिटिश एम्पायर, एंड द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑप्शन ए, दैट इज संस्कृत। नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन व्हिच इज ऑन द वेरी इजियर लाइन्स गाइस, दैट इज वर्ल्ड इम्यूनाइजेशन वीक, एंड व्हेन एवर सच काइंड ऑफ वीक्स एंड इंपॉर्टेंट डेज आर देयर इन द न्यूज, यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू cover them across two dimensions. First dimension is that what exactly is the duration of that particular week, or what exactly the day on which this particular day is being celebrated. For example, when I talk about the World Immunization Week, it is being celebrated from 24th to 30th of April, and when I talk about the theme of the World Immunization Week, that is the second important dimension across which you are required to cover these important days and weeks news articles. Now when I talk about the week for the World Immunization Week 2023, it is the big catch up, and guys the big catch up is the right answer to this particular question. Now let's move on to the next question. So here guys, you are required to tell me the name of the organization which have along with Indian Navy have conducted the successful maiden test trial of ADC 150. So guys, गोवा के कोस्ट से ADC 150 के successful test trials हुए हैं which was done by Indian Navy, and that is what you are required to tell me out of these 5 options that what is the right answer. So the name of that organization is Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO. Now let's move on to the next question. So यहाँ पर Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has increased the APM natural gas price for May 2023. The Petroleum Planning and Analysis Cell, that is PPAC, उन्होंने यहाँ पर कहा है that the price from the nomination fields of both the oil PSUs will be subject to a ceiling of dash per million British thermal units. See guys, these kind of questions can also be asked. ठीक है, तो recently ऐसी जो भी चीजें होती हैं, it is certain off the track question, but still to make you prepare for these kind of questions as well, we are presenting you such kind of questions in our sessions so that you are always ready with such kind of off the track questions. So guys, when I talk about the right answer to this question, it is $6.5. Although guys, this is a trap for all of you, and if in the exam you are not basically you are not able to recognize this particular kind of thing, you can just leave it, because it is not really important to attempt each and every question. You are also required to maintain your accuracy. Accuracy is also very important in the exam. Now let's move on to the next question guys. So Union government has extended the EV battery safety certification deadline by how many months? तो कितने पीरियड के लिए गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने एक्सटेंड की है EV battery safety certification? That is what you are required to tell me, and the right answer is 6 months. Now the next question. So here guys, you are required to tell me once again the name of the organization which has released the Future of Jobs Report 2023. So guys, Future of Job Report 2023 कौन सी organization ने release की है? So once again the question is on a very similar line, that is the very first dimension of the reports and indices, that is the releasing body, and the releasing body for Future of Jobs Report 2023 is World Economic Forum. So guys, when I talk about this report basically assesses the impact of the macro trend as well as the technological changes on jobs and skills in the upcoming 5 years. और यहाँ पर एक और काफी important finding इस report की ये है that the report finds that nearly a quarter of all jobs, that is 23% of the jobs globally, are going to change in the upcoming 5 years, that is in the next 5 years. Now let's move on to the next question, which is on the Chutka atomic power project. See guys, Chutka atomic power project काफी इजियर लाइंस पर ये क्वेश्चन है, ये रिसेंटली न्यूज के अंदर था. आपके सामने क्वेश्चन ये है कि ये इसमें से कौन सी स्टेट के अंदर लोकेटेड है. सी गाइस, लेट मी टेल यू हियर दैट द नेशनल पार्क्स, द एटॉमिक पावर प्लांट्स, तो ऐसे जो भी प्लांट्स और पार्क्स रिसेंटली या फिर वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरीज, नेशनल पार्क्स न्यूज के अंदर रहते हैं, तो वो कौन सी स्टेट में है, कौन से डिस्ट्रिक्ट में है, ये आपको पता होना बेहद जरूरी है, बिकॉज एग्जाम में इन पर क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल वी कैन टेल यू दैट देयर वाज अ क्वेश्चन, सच काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द नेशनल पार्क व्हिच इज इन द राजस्थान, and the question was being asked in the RBI Grade B officer 2021 prelims exam. Okay, so let me tell you the right answer to this question. So this particular Chutka atomic power project is Madhya Pradesh. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question, and the next question is on the IMF regional economic outlook, and as per this report, Asia Pacific is going to grow at what percentage in 2023. So guys, International Monetary Fund की regional economic outlook launch हुई है, and the question is on the Asia Pacific region कि वो कितने परसेंट से ग्रो करने वाला है in year 2023, and it is basically going to grow at 4.6%. And guys, let me tell you that in this Asia Pacific region, the growth will basically being led by India and China. And guys, another important thing is that when I talk about the contribution of this particular region in the global growth, then it is going to be 70% of the global growth, that will be the contribution of the Asia Pacific region. Now let's move on to the next question guys, and the next question is for all the people who are basically appearing in the IFSCA mains exam. The question is, IFSCA has recently signed an MOU, and you are required to identify the name of the entity with which this particular MOU has been signed. And guys, whenever there is an MOU, you are required to understand that what is the aim, because in the exam it can also be asked in the exam. So guys, let me tell you that the aim of this particular MOU is to collaborate in supporting and facilitating fintech and techfin entities. And when I talk about the name of the organization with which International Financial Services Center Authority has signed this MOU, it is iHub Data, that is IIT Hyderabad. I hope this is clear guys, and the next question is on the World Asthma Day 2023, and you are required to tell me that कौन से Tuesday पे basically, sorry, the question is basically on the theme of the World Asthma Day 2023, and this particular day is being celebrated and observed every year on the first Tuesday of May, and you are required to identify the theme for the World Asthma Day 2023. See guys, once again there is a question on the important days, and the question is on the theme of this particular day which is being observed, and the theme for this year is Asthma Care for All. That is the right answer. Now let's move on to the next question, and the next question is on the International Workers Day 2023, which is also called guys a May Day, and the right answer is option E, that is 1st of May, on which we basically observe the International Workers Day 2023. Next question. So India's CSIR and the DRDO of which one of the following countries have recently signed an MOU on Industrial Research and Development Cooperation. See guys, कोई भी country के साथ यहाँ पर MOU sign होता है, and these kind of MOUs are really very important, because you can see here that the kind of questions which are being asked in the exam. And let me tell you, when I talk about this particular MOU which has been signed by India CSIR on the Industrial Research and Development Corporation, it has been signed with the Israel's Defense Research and Development. Now the next question guys, in this question you are required to identify the name of the ministry और द नेम ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिसने की रिसेंटली लॉन्च की है स्कीम जिसका नाम है विवाद से विश्वास 1 रिलीफ टू MSME. See guys, this particular scheme is basically for the MSMEs, and under this scheme the MSMEs are basically going to be provided some kind of relief फॉर द कोविड-19 पीरियड. तो कोविड-19 पीरियड के टाइम पे जो भी एमएसएमईज यहाँ पर बुरी हालत में थी, तो उनको यहाँ पर कुछ रिलीफ प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा अंडर द विवाद से विश्वास 1 रिलीफ टू एमएसएमई स्कीम, एंड दिस पर्टिकुलर स्कीम हैज बीन रिसेंटली लॉन्च्ड बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस. दैट इज द इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट दैट यू मस्ट रिमेंबर फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस. सो नीति आयोग हैज रिसेंटली रिलीज द बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस इन द सोशल सेक्टर अ कंपेंडियम 2023, और ये जो यहाँ पर इन्होंने लॉन्च किया है इसको, ये कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ साथ मिलकर लॉन्च किया है. द क्वेश्चन इज ऑल ऑन दीज लाइंस. सो गाइस, नीति आयोग is a very very important name here, and you must remember this name from the exam point of view. And do tell me the name of the chairman of Niti Aayog, that who among that name, what is the name of the person who is presently serving as the chairman of Niti Aayog? Do tell me this particular answer in the comment section. And let me tell you the name of the organization जिसके साथ नीति आयोग ने इस compendium को launch किया है. It is United Nations Development Program. That is the right answer. Now let's move on to the next question. So which one of the following entities has signed an agreement with the Military Engineer Services Jhansi? The aim is to transform army stations into carbon neutral campuses. See guys, we all moving towards becoming net carbon zero. Even India is targeting to become net zero emission country by year 2070. And guys, similarly यहाँ पर हमारे जो आर्मी स्टेशन हैं उनको कार्बन न्यूट्रल बनाने की बात की जा रही है. एंड आपको ये बताना है कि ये जो अग्रीमेंट हुआ है ये किसके साथ हुआ है. तो राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज IIT कानपुर इज द राइट आंसर विद विच दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप हैज बीन डन. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. एंड द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज ऑन द AIME 2023 मैरीटाइम एक्सरसाइज. और आपको ये बताना है कि ये एक्सरसाइज इंडिया के साथ कौन सी कंट्री के बीच में हुई है. लेट मी टेल यू वंस अगेन, रिपीट दिस point, that whenever there is a defense exercise, you are required to identify the name of the countries which were participating and what exactly is the venue of that particular exercise. So let me tell you the name of that particular country with which this exercise was being held. It was held with ASEAN countries. Sorry, it is not option D, it is option C, that is ASEAN. ठीक है जी. तो ये वाली एक्सरसाइज हमारी हुई थी, and this is what the right answer to this question is. Now let's move on to the next question guys, and here you are required to tell me that India along with which country has decided to jointly create net zero innovation virtual center. तो इंडिया कौन सी कंट्री के साथ net zero innovation virtual center बनाने वाला है. And here it is basically United Kingdom with which India is going to jointly create net zero innovation virtual center. And guys, let's move on to the next question, which is on the report, that is Global FinTech 23 Reimagining the Future of Finance. ठीक है जी. तो यहाँ पर इस रिपोर्ट के ऊपर भी सेम क्वेश्चन सेम लाइन पर है, that is the releasing body which has released this report. That is what you are required to tell me here in this question. So guys, the report का नाम बात किया जाए तो it is Global FinTech 2023 Reimagining the Future of Finance. And here guys, the right answer is option D, that is both A and B. That is Boston Consulting Group and QED Investors. That is the right answer to this particular question. Now let's move on to the next question. So in this question you are required to tell me the name of the bank which has rolled out the face authentication for AEPS, that stands for Aadhaar Enabled Payment System. Guys, ये यहाँ पर इनकी जो full forms है ये याद रखना बेहद ज़रूरी है. So always remember, whenever such kind of acronym is there, do remember their full form. ठीक है जी. So it has rolled out the face authentication for Aadhaar Enabled Payment System at its 5 lakh banking points. So यहाँ पर अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि वो कौन सा बैंक है जिसने सर्विस को लॉन्च किया है. एंड द नेम ऑफ दैट बैंक इज एयरटेल पेमेंट बैंक. नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो पाइन लैब्स व्हिच इज द मर्चेंट कॉमर्स omni channel platform has recently announced the acceptance of digital rupee on its POS terminals in partnership with which one of the following banks. तो पाइन लैब्स ने ये जो अनाउंसमेंट की है कौन से बैंक के साथ की है, that they are going to accept the digital rupee on its POS terminals, and the name of that particular bank is ICICI Bank. Let's next question. So here guys, you are required to identify the name of the organization along with Dialog Axiata have signed a binding term sheet for the merger of the Sri Lanka subsidiaries, and the name of that organization is Bharti Airtel. Next question. So guys, these are the kind of questions that do not require much kind of discussion here, and that's why we are just moving forward to the next question. So here guys, the next question is Dwar Smart Gold has entered into a strategic partnership with Dash to offer a gold loan. See guys, these are the kind of a typical banking questions which are being asked in the exam, and such kind of questions are being asked in the exam. That is why we are covering them, and that is why it is required to be covered by you as well from the exam point of view. And the right answer to that particular question is Jan Small Finance Bank, with which this strategic partnership has been done by Dwar Smart Gold. Next question. So ICAI and the Institute of Chartered Accountant of which country have renewed their MOU. See guys, this MOU is going to open opportunities for the appropriately qualified member of both the institutes, and the name of that particular country to which this particular institute basically is from, it is option D, that is both England and Wales. That is the right answer to this particular question, and this MOU is going to be reviewed after every 3 years. Now let's move on to the next question. So here you are required to tell me the name of the organization which has acquired a majority 51% stake in the Trillion Loans, which is a known banking financial company, guys. Once again, a typical acquisition and merger or news article. And here, guys, whenever we talk about the acquisition mergers, you are always required to remember the name of the entities which have merged. And when we talk about the acquisition, तो कौन सी कंपनी ने किसको एक्वायर किया है ये भी याद रखना काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड हियर गाइस द राइट आंसर इज भारत पे. Next question. So guys, the next question is, Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty have created history by becoming the first ever Indian men's double pair to win gold medal at the Badminton Asia Championship 2023. And here guys, the question is basically you are required to identify the name of the पेयर जिसको उन्होंने डिफीट किया था और वो कौन सी कंट्री से बिलोंग करते हैं. दैट इज व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज ऑल अबाउट. सी गाइस, दिस क्वेश्चन इज रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड प्रोबेबल टू बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम because this pair has scripted a history by becoming the first ever Indian men's doubles pair to win a gold medal. And the right answer is Malaysian. So basically they have defeated the Malaysian pair in order to win this particular championship. Now let's move on to the next question, which is on the World Press Freedom Day 2023, and the question is on what exactly is the theme for the World Press Freedom Day 2023, guys. The another important dimension is already been mentioned, that what exactly is the date on which we celebrate the World Press Freedom Day. The date is 3rd of May. So guys, here when I talk about the theme for this year, it is option D, that is shaping a future of rights, freedom of expression as a driver for all other human rights. So guys, this was the 49th question, and now let's move towards the last question of our today's session, that is option question 50, and the question is on the World Veterinary Day, and you are required to tell me that कौन सी डेट को ये सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है. See guys, let me tell you, earlier we have covered the questions in which the theme was being asked, and now you are required to tell me the day or date on which this particular day is being observed. And the right answer to this question is option B, that is last Saturday of April on which this particular day is being celebrated. And the theme for the World Veterinary Day 2023 is promoting diversity, equity and inclusiveness in the veterinary profession, and that is what the right answer to this question is. So guys, that was all from the today's session, and if you are still new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of these sessions. And guys, this is the time that you should also tell me your scores in the comment section, that what exactly your score is. And guys, see, analyzing the score is really very important, that what are your strength areas are, you have to maintain your strengths, and what exactly your weak areas are, so that you can focus more on your weak areas and convert them into your strengths. Okay, so do let me know what exactly your scores are in the comment section, and we will meet you once again next week at 1 p.m. sharp with another top 50 MCQ session. And guys, if you are still having any queries regarding this particular session and having any feedback, then you can just tell us your feedback as well as your queries in the comment section, as well as you can share them on our mail, that is hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 814-620-7241. So guys, thank you for joining us. Wish you all happy learning.